Welcome, everyone, to the Gym Success Podcast. A big welcome to all of you listening in, whether you're gym owners, operators, managers, salespeople, entrepreneurs, personal trainers. We're glad you're here. And hey, quick note for those of you looking to open a new gym, maybe acquire one, or just need some working capital. We can help. We offer funding options up to $500K. It's unsecured, no restrictions on use. You can find out more at fmconsulting.net. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George.
And today we're diving into a really insightful white paper by the gym business expert, Jthomas. Our goal here is pretty simple: give you some solid, actionable insights you can actually use.
Yeah, it's great to be digging into this. And I think this topic, Bunny, it's super relevant for so many people listening. Jthomas, in this paper, it's called The Easiest Way to Double Gym Sales. Double your guest traffic. He really just cuts through a lot of the usual noise. You know, he focuses on something fundamental, something maybe we overlook or overcomplicate sometimes, which is that every single sale starts with someone, walking through the door. And it makes you wonder, right, are we maybe making things harder than they need to be? Is there a simpler solution we're missing?
That's such a good point. I think that feeling of complexity resonates. So Jim's mission here and ours today is to pull out these practical, low-cost ways to get more people in, double the guest traffic, and, therefore double your sales. He puts it really simply: traffic equals opportunity. Opportunity equals sales.
Right.
Sounds basic, maybe, but the strategies he suggests are designed to be practical, proven, low cost, and get you results pretty quickly.
And what's really interesting is how he frames it. It's not like some magic trick. He's pointing back to basics, saying, look, before you tweak your sales script or, refine your retention plan, you have to have people coming in. It really is the lifeblood. Without that flow, everything else downstream just, it struggles.
Absolutely. Get those feet through the door. So Jim breaks down the sales process, calls it a funnel, which makes sense. You've got the top, right? That's the traffic, just the sheer number of prospects walking in or, becoming a solid lead somehow. Then the middle is engagement. That's your staff doing tours, following up, nurturing those leads.
The interaction part.
Exactly. And then the bottom, obviously, is sales, turning those prospects into actual members.
And connecting that to the big picture. Focusing on just boosting that foot traffic, that top part. It's often the biggest lever you can pull. Because if that guest traffic is weak, like Jim says, it's like trying to run a marathon on empty. Everything else, your training sales, your retention efforts, they work better if you've got a steady stream of new people coming into the system. Optimizing the middle and bottom is important, sure, but Jim really hammers home that it's kind of pointless without enough fuel at the top.
Okay, so if traffic is the absolute key, the lifeblood, how do we actually get more of it? Especially without, blowing the budget on huge ad campaigns. Jim lays out 10 really cost-effective ways to double guest traffic. Let's get into them. Let's understand the what and the why behind each one. Strategy number 1 from Jthomas is actually pretty smart. Incentivize Facebook check-ins and tagging friends. Seems simple, right? Basic social media stuff. But how does he see this turning members into real brand ambassadors? What's the actual payoff?
Well, what Jim really focuses on here is the viral potential almost. The power of social proof is not just one person seeing their friend checked in. It's that check-in showing up in multiple friends' feeds. That sparks curiosity. Maybe those friends tag their friends or ask what the gym...
The network effect.
Exactly. And all driven by a simple little incentive. A free smoothie, a t-shirt, entry into a draw, whatever. It taps into existing trust in a way that, frankly, paid ads just can't replicate quite as well, especially at scale. It builds that social proof. Seeing peers value your gym makes others want to join too. It's psychology. He also suggests things like featuring a member of the week to amplify that visibility even more.
That makes a lot of sense. Using those existing networks. Okay, building on that social idea, Jim also talks about partnering with local micro-influencers on Instagram. Why micro-influencers specifically, not like the huge fitness celebrities? And how do you make sure those partnerships actually work for a local gym?
Right. This is all about precision and authenticity. Jim points out that, the big names have tons of followers, but often lower engagement. And their audience is usually way too broad for a local business. Micro-influencers, maybe with, say, 1,000 to 10,000 followers, they tend to have a really engaged, geographically tight audience.
Exactly what a local gym needs.
Precisely. Their followers often feel a more personal connection, which means higher trust, better conversion rates. Jim advises looking past just the follower count. You need to look at the quality of the engagement. Are the comments real? Is there back and forth?
Good point.
He even suggests giving them a simple, brief Clear calls to action, maybe a unique discount code so you can actually track the traffic and signups coming from them. It's about turning that buzz into something measurable, and definitely focus on influencers already in the health or fitness space. Warmer leads that way.
Okay, smart. So moving beyond digital, Jim also emphasizes good old-fashioned in-person connections. Strategy 3, attend local networking groups. Things like the Chamber of Commerce, BNI, local meetups. How does showing up at these translate into actual gym traffic? Seems a bit indirect, maybe.
It's about embedding yourself in the local business scene, building authority. Jim's point is that these groups are often full of local decision makers, connectors, business owners, people who know people. So by consistently being there, becoming known as the fitness person, you're not just handing out guest passes randomly. You're building trust. You're positioning your gym as the local expert. The white paper notes these interactions often lead to really high-quality referrals, maybe even corporate wellness deals down the line.
Ah, corporate wellness. Interesting angle.
Yeah, and as pro tip, volunteer to lead a little health and wellness segment for the group. That really elevates you from just a business owner to a community resource. Makes your gym the obvious choice.
That's a great way to build authority. Okay, now for something really creative and community-minded. Strategy 4. Create a high school fundraiser. 10 visits for $10. Sounds like a fantastic goodwill gesture, but what are the long-term sales and traffic benefits Jim sees beyond just the fundraiser itself?
Oh, this one's multi-layered. Jim sees it as brilliant for building loyalty and engaging whole families. First, you get students and their parents physically into your gym, trying it out affordably. Many might never have considered it otherwise.
Lowers the barrier.
Yeah, exactly. Second, it positions your gym as like a caring part of the community. That goodwill is huge. Parents, teachers, school staff, they become advocates. Jim also points out the future potential. Students might upgrade later, or their parents might join. That 10 visits for $10 makes it easy to say yes. And offering little bonus prizes, maybe like PT sessions for the students who sell the most passes, that creates buzz within the school and multiplies your reach and traffic.
That's a really nice community tie-in with long-term potential. Okay, staying local. Strategy 5. Align with local HOA email lists, homeowners associations. They're definitely trusted voices in a neighborhood. How does tapping into their communication channels drive relevant traffic, and what kind of message works best there?
This leverages trust and, crucially, convenience. An HOA newsletter or email blast, it carries weight. People trust it more than a random flyer.
Right.
Jim advises crafting offers specifically for them, like neighbors-only deals or fitness challenges. Play up the convenience factor. Your gym is right there. He also suggests bundling family or household memberships. Makes it very appealing for the neighborhood. You're hitting people who literally live minutes away. That removes a huge barrier. You become their neighborhood gym. It's a fantastic way to reach a captive audience that might be hard to target otherwise.
Hyper-local. Makes sense. Okay, switching back to digital. Jim's big on going live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Live video is everywhere, but what's his specific take for gyms? How does it build trust and urgency? What's the key call to action?
Jim really stresses the authenticity factor of live video. In a world of polished abs, live feels raw, real, behind the scenes. That builds connection and trust fast. He suggests using live for workouts, introducing staff, doing Q&As, maybe even announcing flash sales or limited time offers to create that sense of immediacy.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Totally. But the absolute key, according to Jim, is consistency and always ending with a strong, clear call to action. Don't just fade out. Be direct. Come on down today for your free trial pass. Or send us a DM right now to claim your first class free. It turns passive viewers into active leads. They feel like they know you a bit, and there's an urgent next step they can take right now.
That immediacy is powerful. Okay, building on urgency. Strategy 7. Run a monthly closeout event, like a last chance fitness sale. How does this spike traffic effectively, and how does it fit into the gym's overall rhythm?
Yeah, this strategy works on a couple of levels, Jim explains. It's a strong external push, but it also creates an internal marketing rhythm. By having a regular last chance sale each month promoted hard via emails, social media, signs in the gym, you basically train your market to respond to that deadline.
Creates anticipation.
Right? People aren't offers or time sensitive, so you get a natural surge of traffic near the end of the month. They don't want to miss out. But it's not just for new people. Jim emphasizes including perks for existing members too, maybe special deals if they bring a friend, or early access to something new. This gets your current members involved, turns them into active promoters, they feel valued, and they bring people in. It's a great feedback loop for guest traffic.
Love that. Keeping members engaged while attracting new ones. Okay, number 8 takes us back to basics, but maybe with a fresh look. Jim calls it a gold mine, maximizing your email database. Email lists feel a bit old school sometimes. What's Jim's insight on really leveraging this for more traffic and signups today?
He really pushes back on the idea that email is dead. It's a direct line to people already interested in you. These are warm leads. The goldmine aspect isn't just having the list, it's how you work it. He advises consistent, valuable communication, not just sales pitches, updates, member success stories, health tips, testimonials. Keep them engaged.
Value first.
Exactly. And crucially, segmentation. Treat active members differently from prospects who toured but didn't join, or from expired members. For expired members, for instance, a personalized, "We miss you, come back with this special offer," email can be really effective. Acknowledge their past membership.
Makes sense.
For prospects, it's about nurturing them with useful content until they're ready. And he also suggests adding forward to a friend type incentives and emails. Tap into their networks, too.
Smart segmentation. Okay, nearly there. Strategy 9 is all about your best asset, your happy members, working a point-of-sale referral program. Jim calls these the warmest leads you'll ever find. What's his specific advice on how to ask for referrals? And how do you make the program motivating?
Jim keeps it simple and proactive. Ask right at the point of sale. That moment when a new member is excited, feeling good about their decision.
Capitalize on the enthusiasm.
Yes. The question is easy. Hey, who do you know who'd love to join you here? Who else could benefit from this?
Yeah.
He highlights that referred prospects convert at a super high rate because that trust barrier is already gone. Friend recommendation. Powerful stuff.
Huge.
For incentives, make them tangible. Free months, gift cards, maybe some VIP perks for the person referring. And a really key part, Jim says, is to track referrals and publicly celebrate your top referrers. Maybe a leaderboard or shout-outs. That creates buzz, a bit of friendly competition, and shows everyone you value referrals.
Yeah.
Choose your best members into your best salespeople, essentially for free.
Love that public recognition idea. Okay, last one, strategy 10. Back to basics again, but effective. Install a lead box or fishbowl. Seems super simple, dropping business cards in a bowl. What are the nuances Jim suggests for making this actually work to drive traffic? Placement, prizes, follow-up.
Simple, yeah. But it's great for passive organic lead gen. Jim says, put the box or bowl somewhere. Prominent front desk is obvious, but maybe even at local partner businesses. People drop their card for a chance to win a prize. But the key isn't just collecting cards, it's whose cards. He suggests tailoring the prize sometimes to attract, say, corporate decision makers that could open doors for corporate wellness programs.
Strategic prize selection.
Exactly. And rotate the prizes monthly. Keeps it fresh, encourages people to drop their card again, keeps the database growing. The traffic comes from the follow-up. These are local people who've already engaged slightly by participating. So a follow-up call or email is much warmer than a completely cold contact.
Okay, wow. 10 distinct strategies, all pretty low cost, all focused on that initial traffic.
Yeah.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway? Jim Thomas's core message, after laying all this out, feels incredibly clear, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It boils down to doubling sales doesn't necessarily mean some massive, complex, expensive marketing overhaul. It often comes back to the simple, fundamental act of getting more people to walk through your doors. More opportunities.
Simple, but not always easy to execute consistently, I suppose.
True, consistency is key. But what's compelling is that these strategies, they build on each other.
Yeah.
It's not just about short-term spikes. They build goodwill, awareness, community connection. It's a foundation for more resilient growth. Jim argues it's a compounding effect. You feed the top of the funnel consistently, and everything else in the business gets healthier and more effective.
Right. So, to recap Jim's core idea, traffic first, everything else second. Execute these low-cost strategies consistently, and you won't just get more traffic. You build goodwill, brand awareness, and ultimately better retention. He talks about that progression, right? Prospects become members, members become advocates, and those advocates, they're the ones who really build your business long-term. But yeah, it all starts with getting them in the door, traffic.
Which leaves us with a really important question for you, the listener, to think about. Beyond just getting people in, how can you systematically turn those new prospects, those new members, into truly passionate advocates? How do you nurture them so they become the best, most authentic marketing engine your gym could possibly have, creating that, self-sustaining growth cycle?
That's definitely something to chew on as you start putting these traffic strategies into action. And if you want more insights from Jim Thomas, maybe on gym turnarounds, sales systems, funding solutions, he's the founder of Fitness Management and Consulting. You can reach him directly at 214-629-7223 or email him jthomas@fmconsulting.net. His website is also fmconsulting.net. Lots of resources there. And before we sign off, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Gym Business Manager. Check them out for great gym software at gymbusinessmanager.com. Thanks so much for joining us today on the Gym Success Podcast.